are looking live at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma. Historic venue for a historic night. Day one of the third annual Great Plains Invitational. We'll finish up with MacArthur, who is 1-0 in this coming into this contest with an impressive win over Santa Fe, and Northwest Classen, who is 0-2 to date. MacArthur wearing all white with their green and gold trimming, and Classen in black and white. The Knights control the tip. Here we are as the Knights swim move away into the low block, fade away, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Highlanders, and they begin their first offensive possession. Racing it up the floor, launching a trade ball triple, no good. Rebound pulled in by the Highlanders and swung around the perimeter, eventually finding the hands of Brown. Brown kicks it ahead to Bailey. Bailey continues to swing. Here's the three-ball launch, no good. Too far. Rebound corralled by the Highlanders. Again, for the fourth opportunity, going to go baseline. Now they hit it to the top of the key. MacArthur going to slow things down. Brown barks out the orders, and the ball begins to fizz around the perimeter again, launching a long three. Highlanders not afraid to chuck shots, but no success on that trip. Knights have their second offensive possession. They pop the ball outside, now go to the deep corner. Surveying the floor. Tries the entry pass, denied. Taken away by the Highlanders. Hit-ahead pass on the fast break. Can't quite get it cleanly. Now gets hacked on the way to the rim. And so Coleman heads to the charity stripe for the first time. The charity stripe, of course, brought to you by Trey Can Cut It. As each side looking for their first points in this one, should be free for the Highlanders. First foul called on Ty, no last name given on the stat book. So Ty has one citation, free throw up and good. Neither coach listed out full names on the roster for the scores table. Classen went first names only. MacArthur went last names only. The Knights have it across the timeline after a perfect trip to the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe. Floater in the lane, good. So the retaliation by Trey has this game knotted up. Highlanders race down the floor, pop out for three, no good. Rebound can't be corralled by the Wolverines. Instead goes to the Knights, who race down the floor and have to set their offense up, but can't do it with the disruption. The Highlanders get another turnover. Behind the back dribble move, step through up, in traffic, no good, but it'll be another trip to the free throw line for MacArthur. The Highlanders will see Tykeal Terry, the sophomore guard, head to the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe.
First one no good off the front iron.
Second one no good as well. An empty trip for Taylor as the Knights tried to break the pressure from the Highlanders. Thrown to the deep corner, taken away and batted away, but it will stay with the Knights.
See Mac trying to play a lot of that full court press defense that we saw a lot in high runs so well in their dominating victory over U.S. Grant earlier here this evening.
Knights get the ball inbounded. They swing the ball around the perimeter, going to launch a three. This one in and out. Halfway home, couldn't drop. Follow up from Ty, good. Each team keeping pace so far. Knights have their first lead. Racing to the rack, no good, too strong, but the second chance opportunity also airmailed. Kicked it back outside for three, and the Highlanders can't cash in there either. Sluggish offensive start for Taylor in the game. Taylor had a empty trip to the charity stripe and another offline triple. Knights trying to extend their lead. A nice dump-off pass taken away, but Ty has another cleanup opportunity with 4 quick points for him. Under 5 to play here in the first quarter. Highlanders need to settle things down. That's just the instructions from Coach Marco as they're going to go baseline. The finish gets the friendly roll as Keon Brown, the 6'2 guard, has been in control of this offense and gets his first points there. Bump foul going to be called on the Highlanders. First citation toward MacArthur. 2 against the Knights to date. First foul on JaVale Coleman. Driving right to the rack, picks up his dribble, launches a layup in and good from Brandon. So 8-4 the Knights lead as the Highlanders will defer to Brown to initiate their offense. They swing the ball around the perimeter, rejecting the screen at the elbow, turning in the post. Now turns back to the back shoulder, batted away, stolen away. And the loose ball foul will stop the fast break. What could have been another bucket for Brandon and a personal run for him is null and void by the transition take foul by the Highlanders. Lucky for them, that's only a foul in the Euro Leagues and the NBA. So a foul worth giving for Bailey as this one is deflected into the backcourt. Knights can go retrieve it, and a foul will be called on Coleman. Another citation for him. Third on MacArthur. 2 more, and it's free throws the rest of the quarter for the Knights.
Seen A.J. Vaughn check into the game, the Division I defensive back on the gridiron, checked into the game on the hardwood for the Highlanders here.
2 sport athletes all over the hardwood as this steal granted to the Highlanders right down to the rack, off the glass, too strong, and a foul comes eventually. Could have been called 10 minutes ago, but better late than never, as Terry will head back to the charity stripe with a chance to redeem himself. First foul on Jalen. 3 fouls to each side. The Trey can cut it charity stripe. First one rattles home. Trey can cut it. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment where Trey can cut it. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disasters and disappointment. Trying to go perfect. Can't do it. In and out. Knights haul in the rebound. Across the timeline into traffic. Pressured on the timeline, they throw it away. Here come the Highlanders, going to soar up and punch it home. Latrell Bailey gets the slam. And another steal, this time courtesy of Brown. Brown dumps it off the no-look pass, and Latrell will watch as Vaughn pours one in. Everyone eating for MacArthur. They've quickly stormed back, and they've taken their second lead of the night, 9-8. Timeout, Classen. We take it with them.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Timeout it was taken by Classen after the run from the Highlanders. MacArthur has seen their pressure start to work. and turn into turnovers and transition points. The deflection out of bounds will stay with the Knights, but they still have trouble breaking this press. Inbound made. They stall out in the backcourt. Gets across the timeline now. Brandon racing down, loses the basketball off his foot, and it's another turnover.
Seen the Highlanders really start to up the tempo on defense, and it's led to some easy buckets on the other end and a part of this 5-0 run.
Brown plays catch on the perimeter with Taylor. Gets it right back. Brown in the post. This is the matchup that they want. They kick it out instead for a three. The contested triple offline. Knights have the rebound. Now they're going to push the pace. Poked away from behind. Ball still loose. Diving on the deck with the floor burn. Hit ahead to Bailey. Three-pointer look. Clean. No good. Knights have the rebound. Knights weaving in and out of traffic. Now they have the numbers to push if they want to, but a nice play by Brown gets the deflection out of bounds. It'll still be Knight basketball, but MacArthur gets to set up their defense. Quickly triggered in. He thought about a half-court heave. Instead, thinks better of it. Gets a slip screen. Doesn't do much. The best defender still on the ball handler. Brown stays right with him. Ty rises up, gets rejected. A massive block by a massive guard. Keon Brown, the most imposing player on the court. Adds a block to his stat line. Inbound from below the basket. Gets thrown to the top of the key. Ball loose, ball stolen away. Here come the Highlanders. Going to soar up and punch it home again is Latrell Bailey. The 6'3 guard, second slam of the night. .212 to go. Mott High with their biggest cushion of the night, 11-8. Knights having trouble on the offensive end of the floor. Really both ends for now, but a foul called on MacArthur, perhaps to settle the waters for the Knights. It's really unraveled on Northwest Classen as each side makes some changes. Ball inbounded. Trey working inside, floater up and short, missed everything, but MacArthur bobbles away the rebound, and it rolls out of bounds. Amari Turner couldn't look that one in. So another inbound below the basket. $1:54 to go in the first frame. Knights trying to stop the drought. Launching an NBA three, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Highlanders, and they're going to start their offensive set. No number, so they'll pull it out. Brown calls for a screen, takes it. He's gotten right into the lane, throws it up off the glass, and good. No one wanted to get in front of Keon Brown. Could you blame him? As he is a runner-away train for an easy deuce. Almost poked the ball free. Instead, Classen rises for the mid-range jumper. The hoop and the harm for Brandon.
We've seen Brandon control most of the offense tonight so far. Getting it done inside and on the outside here so far.
A bucket the Knights desperately needed. The first foul called on Alton Thomas. 5 fouls on MacArthur. So every whistle for the next minute and 25 seconds against the Highlanders will put the Knights on the line. Turner will inbound it to Taylor. Taylor, a high step dribble, trying to get it across the timeline, sees light pressure doing so. Hits it over to Turner. Turner at the top of the key, throws it away. Second turnover for Turner. As he fumbled away the rebound, and now throws this one to the Classen bench. And the chance for Northwest Classen to steady themselves after the N1 from Brandon, who hits it ahead to his fellow guard in the front court. Mid-range jumper, rise up, can't hit. Rebound pulled down by the Highlanders is Thomas. Thomas goes over to Turner. Turner kicks it out, finds Taylor. Taylor goes right back over to Thomas for three. Can't hit off the front iron. Second chance point, no good. Batted away by Taylor over the back, going to be called on him, and this will send the Knights to the free throw line. And some costly mistakes for MacArthur down the stretch of this frame. Knights have a chance to tie things up here. Just the first foul on the junior guard. .51 seconds as they step to the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Can Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. For the tie. Got it. Trey with the ever so popular mismatched shoes. A new trend on the hoop scene. Taylor pulls it out, gets a screen, doesn't do much with it. Wasn't a very well set screen. Taylor still trying to work with 30 seconds. Launches a contested mid-range jumper off the back iron, no good. The Knights are roaring as they get a rebound. A stout defensive possession sets up what could be the last offensive possession of the game, but instead it's a turnover, 2-on-1 fast break. They're going to go and finger roll it in as A.J. Vaughn got the steal and the fast break bucket himself, going half the distance to do so. Here comes Brandon on the jelly layup, no good. But he lost that out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of MacArthur. And with 10.9 to go, we'll see what the Classen Knights can draw up down two. Fires it to the top. Trying to work inside. Kick out to the corner. 3 on the clock. Going to launch a mid-range floater, no good. Second chance point, no good. Taylor has the rebound, and that ends the first quarter with MacArthur leading 15-3. Back up this.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Bearers team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
MacArthur starts the second quarter with the basketball. They're going to drive inside, trying to lob one up at the rim and gets the roll. Another bucket for Brown, who's done a lot of the damage tonight for the Highlanders. It extends this lead to start the second quarter. Into the corner it goes. Ball still fumbled around, but eventually corralled by the Knights. The Knights lose it on the way to the deck, but a foul called first on MacArthur. First foul call on Keon Brown. First team foul as well. Into the backcourt it goes for Brandon. Brandon across the timeline, crossover move, behind the back, step back three. Yes, nothing but nylon on the Trey Can Cut It triple. Makes it a 1 point game. Brown has it. He'll go to work. driving inside, right swiftly past the defense, the hoop and the harm for Keon Brown, who muscles his way inside and has a strong finish. You just get out of the way whenever you see Brown coming, the senior guard, the life of the MacArthur offense. Second foul call on Trey. Each team has one foul in the second quarter. So he'll step to the Trey can cut it free throw line. Trey can cut it. Scan the QR code for your appointment today. Inbound to Brandon. Brandon across the timeline. In and out dribble, trying to shake Brown. Can't do it. Brown takes on the tough assignment. Gambled, misses. The three ball up. Good. Through contact. A flop call after the three as Brown gets the penalty for gambling. He came up empty trying for the steal, and they're going to call a flop on Brandon after the shot, which is a technical foul, which will send MacArthur to the free throw line. It should anyway, but I guess it's just going to be a technical foul and no free throw. Anyway, still an electrifying play. Each team had a sugar huddle while they deciphered that. Perhaps just a warning, though. You should get a first warning, and then your second flop should be a tech. At least that's how they do it in the college ranks. There goes Brown. Inside the arc, mid-range J. No, missed everything except for the side of the backboard. Rebound pulled in by the Knights, trying to break the pressure, almost threw it away. They're scrambling to get it across the timeline and do to the corner for three. Going to launch another one and hit another one. The Trey can cut it triple has been key for the Knights to stay in this one, and key for the Knights to regain another lead, 22-20, there on the high side. Highlanders fizz the ball around the perimeter. Bailey trying to get the ball back and does. Thought about a three, thinks better of it, goes to Brown. Brown waves over some support, almost threw it away. Now here come the Highlanders, jump stop jumper in the mid-range, no good, back iron. Knights have the miss. The Knights bench doing a great job of providing some noise. Almost a road game for MacArthur despite playing 20 minutes from the venue. Going to drive through the lane off the low block, foul call. Then it will send Brandon to the Trey can cut it charity stripe with 6:01 to go. Second call on MacArthur. First foul called, issued to Xavier Sado. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey can cut it. Trey cut it. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. I really don't know why you haven't let Trey cut it yet, but no need to share why. Just fix it. Go and let Trey cut it. Hair, that is. In case that wasn't clear. I go there every week.
Do not blame you one bit there.
Free throw up and good. Classen has a two-possession lead. Three ball launched off mark. Almost thrown away and is thrown away. Not only thrown away, but the rare pass that hits his shoulder to go out of bounds. And nonetheless, it's a turnover for the Knights. Three ball lined up. Can't fall. Over the back call on MacArthur. That'll be issued to Adam Austin. And so the Highlander offense has gone stagnant here in the second quarter. First foul on Austin. Knights race the ball across the timeline, flings it ahead, has it taken away. Steal issued to Bailey. Bailey gets over to Brown, right back to him. Artrell Bailey hits a triple. The Trey can cut it three ball in the arsenal, as well as a couple slams for Bailey. Inside the lane, tied up there, dumps off to the safety valve in the low block, and he lays it in. Good job not to panic inside the paint for that young guard. And just like that, back up to a three-point lead. 5 minutes flat to go here in the second quarter. Top of the key, hesitation outside to Bailey for three. Can't go 2 for 2. And the save goes to the way of the Knights, and there go the Knights trying to push the pace, but they don't have the numbers to do so. They do get hacked and will be sent to the Trey can cut it charity stripe. Trey will head to the charity stripe. Spelt differently, this Trey at the line has the A before the E. Trey can cut it, no A involved. First one no good, front irons the free throw. Second foul issued to Keon Brown, the Highlanders' best player, is 3 citations away from being ousted. Something to monitor with 4:55 to go in the half. Splits the difference at the free throw line. The Highlanders bring it up. Brown shakes the pressure, goes right to the rim, kicks it outside for Bailey. Bailey couldn't get it clean, so they'll have to reset. Now they're going to go inside, spin move through the lane, kick out Bailey for 3. Yes! 2 for 3 tonight from beyond the arc. Another Trey can cut it triple. Brings MacArthur back within 1. Bailey gets the steal, where he's been so successful in the fast break with a couple slams. Gets fouled there to prevent a third. MacArthur will have it on the side. The Zebras talking about it. MacArthur makes a slew of changes, including bringing back in Tyreek Taylor. Alton Thomas, who just got back in the game, inbounds it to Taylor. Back to Thomas. Swings it to the corner. Thomas going to launch a long 3. Can't hit. Rebound pulled in by the Knights, nursing a 1-point lead. They get across the timeline. Throws it to the cutting forward, who lays it in with the contact. Dangerously close to the third foul on Brown. Highlanders scrambling a bit offensively, down 3. Bailey, who's been so good in the second quarter, controls it, swings it around to Taylor. Taylor, hesitation, step back 3. No, front iron. Bailey on the miss, throws it away. Knights have it, 2-on-1. Brandon checks behind him, goes for the Euro step and is denied. A massive block from Javel Coleman as it flutters to the MacArthur sideline, but it allows the Highlanders to reset their defense after nearly giving away a transition look. Three-pointer rattles home, and the Knights pad their lead. .330 to go in the second quarter. Highlanders get it inside. Spin move on the low block, kicked out instead. Taylor has it now. A nice screen, but it will be called an illegal one. It wiped away Trey for a moment, but the contact too strong and the feet moved a bit too much.
Referee barking orders to one of the MacArthur assistants. Didn't like something that was said, I guess.
They've got an animated bunch over there. This one thrown away. MacArthur all alone in transition, and they shield the defender away for the layup. It's a nice finish for Coleman. Coleman's flown all over the court, gotten it done on both ends so far. Cutting through the lane, knifing through traffic with a foul. That will send Jalen to the charity stripe, brought to you by Trey Can Cut It. And with 3:02 to go, the Knights can extend this lead with another foul called on Daquan Alston. His second citation, 5 on MacArthur. So free throws the rest of the half for the Knights on every Highlander whistle. First one off the mark. Winner of this game will play Lawton High tomorrow at 7:30. The loser draws U.S. Grant at 4:30. Both games set tomorrow here at the Great Plains Coliseum. Splits the difference at the charity stripe. And a sub for the shooter brings in Chris. Highlanders will have to try to get back in rhythm offensively. Behind the back move for Taylor. Swings the ball around to Coleman at the top of the key. Dribble handoff Bailey. Bailey thought about a 3. Almost got a flyby. Wants it right back. Gets it into the paint. Throws up a mid-range jumper. No. Rebound pulled in and taken away. just ripped out of the arms of Alton Thomas. And here come the Knights with Brandon. Brandon has been red hot offensively this time, almost turned it over. Trey working in the slot, gets a screen, takes the screen. MacArthur switches on it, and so now they have the two big fellas in isolation top of the key. Brandon gets it right back. A willing shooter, even from this distance. They're going to send pressure to him. Throws it inside, has it deflected, almost stolen away, but instead the save goes right into the arms of the big fella from Northwest Classen, who misses. Rebound pulled in by Bailey. Bailey hit ahead to Coleman. Coleman controls it. They thought about shooting a three, instead go to the corner. Thomas has to toss it outside. The layup no good, but a charge called on the MacArthur Highlanders. Second time we've seen a deep paint drive not end in points for the Highlanders.
What a glue guy play right there.
You love a guy that's willing to sacrifice his body on the charge. First foul called for Tykel Terry. And another substitution. Turner takes off Josh Rushing.
Another Division I athlete rushing is for the Highlanders on the gridiron.
Almost thrown away and is taken away. 2-on-1 fast break. Here come the Highlanders. Picking up the dribble late, but it's still a nice finish from Tykel Terry. Lot MacArthur only down 3. Brandon goes in and out. Has the ball in isolation. Calls for the screen to get off of Brown. Shakes him. Elbow jumper. Rise up. No good. In and out. Rebound pulled in by Classen on the hook shot. Can't get the friendly roll. Rebound pulled down by Taylor. Taylor hit ahead to Brown. Brown settles things. Now goes to the corner for Bailey for 3. No. Rebound loose. Corralled by the Knights. Knights have little space to work with. Fumbles the ball. Has to reset. Under a minute to play here. They get the ball over to Brandon, their best scorer. He's already hit a couple step-back threes. Lolly pops one back to the big man. They go inside to the low post. Goes up immediately and gets the friendly roll for the hoop and the harm. And one for Ty, who can have his 6th point if he can convert this old-fashioned three-point play. Second foul call on Tykel Taylor. Still 47 seconds to go before intermission. Sinks it. Knights back up 6 into the corner. Taylor plays catch with Turner. Turner continues to swing the ball around, eventually finds Brown. Brown goes back to Taylor. Taylor back to Bailey. Bailey with a dribble handoff to Brown. Brown wants the screen from Bailey. Takes it. Bailey with another screen on the reset. Brown goes inside headstrong, gets fouled, throws up a shot. And if they give him continuation, he'll head to the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe, and they do. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. First free throw, up and good.
Wise life lesson right there from Trey.
Issuing you advice and haircuts.
What can't he do?
You like a player like Brown who just takes a couple dribbles and throws up a free throw. No fancy schmancy routine. Brandon gets out of the pressure cooker of the backcourt. Gonna launch a sidestep mid-range shot. Missed it horribly. Under 9 to play here in the half. Euro stepping around the defender for the and one. The fancy footwork from A.J. Vaughn painted a picture like Van Gogh on that finish off the glass to energize the Highlanders with 6 ticks to go before the half. Second foul call on Dev. 4th on the Knights. First attempt up and good. It's the N1 to convert the three-point play. A 2-point game as the high arcing inbound pass stolen away by Bailey. Fires it inside to Brown. One more pass to Taylor. He's fouled. You rarely see an inbound pass that goes over the basket to find its destination. The bad part for the Knights was it landed in the arms of the Highlanders. Second foul call on Ty, and stepping to the free throw line for MacArthur will be Coleman. Trey can cut it charity stripe, not kind to Coleman there. The line drive miss off the front iron. Best he can do is make it a 1-point game with 2.2 to go before intermission. Trying to split the difference. Does. Knights have it stolen away by Brown again. Launches a prayer. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds in the process with 0.3 seconds to go. So all that's left to do is have anyone touch this basketball, and the half is over with the Knights leading by 1. And that will do it. The shot, although a fun one, will not count. Knights lead 36-35. MacArthur will try to rebound in the second half. The Knights will try to grow their lead. We'll find out after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer, when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
Favorites for just $7 each? That's crazy. Or am I crazy?
Seeing sevens? It's a sign to order from Pizza Hut's $7 Deal Lovers menu. This holiday, she's not settling for anything less than the Triple Treat Box from Pizza Hut, featuring pizza, breadsticks, and dessert, starting at $19.99.
It's a good deal, bro.
Get the holidays delivered with Pizza Hut.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Second half action between the Knights and Highlanders. Knights will start with the basketball here. They control a 1-point lead, trying to extend it on this triple, and they can't. Rebound pulled down by Brown, racing down the floor across the timeline, surveys the floor, going to take it himself inside the paint, kicked out, 3-ball launched, can't hit. Long carom rebound collected by the Knights. Here they come down the floor the other end. They lay it in, can't get it to fall as Bailey ties up the rebound. Possession arrow goes toward the Knights. I guess the possession arrow on the scoreboard's broken. They're going to give it to the Highlanders. They have one on the scorer's table that I didn't see. That's my mistake. Anyway, Highlanders across the timeline with Brown. Brown pops it to Taylor. Taylor works it over to Coleman. Coleman, half spin inside. Turnaround fade away in the mid-range, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Knights, still nursing a 1-point lead. Neither side's on the scoreboard yet in the second half. Trying to change that is Northwest Classen for 3 with Brandon. No. Rebound saved by the Knights. A long save goes out to the top of the key where Northwest Classen can reset. They get a nice screen that doesn't free up anyone. Goes inside the post. The give and go with Brandon downhill on the low block. Off the glass and good. The N1 for the electrifying guard from the Knights. Pushes the lead to 3 and a chance for the lead to get padded out to 4 at the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. 3-point play no good. Brown watches it go out of bounds. A risky proposition as it could have been Knights basketball, but they're still going to award it to Lawton High and say Brown never tapped it. MacArthur has it, rather, across the timeline. Coleman and Taylor play catch. They get it to the baseline with Brown. Brown isolated there, directing traffic, pops it back out to Coleman. Jab step inside. Low gather, gets blocked, but a foul first. So Coleman can make this a one-point game again. If he can go perfect on the Trey Cut It charity stripe trip. First one good. Third quarter brought to you by the Home Tech Solutions, providing you with the best heating and cooling maintenance and solutions for both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma. With over 20 years of experience, give them a call for a free estimate as the Highlanders go perfect at the Trey Cut It charity stripe. Knights across the timeline. They're going to snake inside of the nail for a mid-range jumper. No. Second chance point in the trees is good. Brown, crossover move, frees him up for the floater inside. Foul comes. Hoop and the harm for Brown on the blocking call for the Knights. Still the Highlander bench boss calling for more effort on the glass. Can't blame him, as the second chance point is what's preventing the Highlanders from taking on the lead here at the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe. Brown converts the 3-point play. 6:03 to go in the third frame. All knotted up at 40. A trap comes across the timeline, frees up the mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound poured in by the Knights. Knights can't get a finish. Brown will take it himself. Coast to coast he flies. Taps it over to Coleman for 3. No. Long miss. Brown has it. Outside. Swings it over to Bailey for 3. Bailey cannot hit his third. Rebound pulled in by the Knights. They throw it away. Taken away by Coleman. Coleman one dribble up. A lot of contact, no call. Now the long rebound goes out to Taylor, who could not save it. And it'll be Knight basketball on the side. A.J. Vaughn back in. He has a 3-point play on his resume tonight. Knights across the timeline. Going to have a jump throw for a 3. Cashes it in. Trey Can Cut It triple. Puts the Knights back up 3. Brown gets down low. lowers the head, could not get the finish over 2 defenders. 5 flat to go in the third quarter. Brandon patiently walks it across the timeline, now trying to penetrate inside, instead is pushed out. He wants the ball back, going to be denied. Going inside, working on Bailey. Dump off pass, scrambled around for, blocked by Brown. Second chance up and good for the Knights through a lot of contact. Knights now lead by 5. Brown slows things down for the Highlanders. They need a score here. Looks to the sidelines to get the play. Brown goes to the top with Taylor. Taylor goes over to Coleman, throws it away. Corral then launched a triple, and there it is. A.J. Vaughn hits the tray, can cut it 3, making chicken salad out of chicken something else on an errant throw. 2-point game for Brandon as he brings it across the timeline. Northwest Classen going to see him taking himself in isolation, dump it off inside, charge first, wipes away the bucket. And that will be a pivotal foul. As it takes away 2 points, but the first foul on the Knights lead guard, so no danger yet. 2 team fouls for each side. Taylor has it hit right back into his hands. The screen from Bailey frees him up. Taylor pitches it outside. Here comes a 3, not on line. Pops it outside for 3. Bailey trying to do the same and does. A 6-0 run from MacArthur. Able to give them the lead right back. Brown tips it out of bounds, and it will be Highlander basketball as MacArthur's back into this game defensively after a lull to start the third quarter. The Classen bench boss across the timeline searching for an explanation how the ball was deflected out of bounds and it's Highlander basketball. No technical foul issued. Brown gets the ball right back, thought about the 3, thinks better of it, instead will drive on a step back 3. Brown can't hit. Off the back iron, over the back, the rebound is corralled, and he steps on the baseline.
And the only response that the bench boss from Classen got in his discussion was white ball.
Sometimes that's all that's needed. And this throw lazily tossed back to the inbound. They're almost taken away. And they'll go right back from where they started as Alton Thomas caused the disruption. MacArthur's full court pressure giving Classen fits right now, but now it gives Classen numbers in transition. Carry over move, floater up and good. Trey hits it, and they're back on the high side. Now we ride the seesaw, 47-46. 3 minutes to play in the third. Brown slowly walks it across the timeline. Now has a hitch in his giddy up, throws it outside. Thomas going to launch a 3, can't hit. Swirled around and goes toward the Knights on the rebound. Northwest Classen will drive in and lower the shoulder for a charge, trucking over the MacArthur defender who stood his ground. We do have the stand your ground laws in Oklahoma, and there for the charge. Sees the turnover for Classen, another costly one.
Third offensive charge for the Knights in this one is Mac Fine taking control of the out-of-control drive to the rim.
1 point game, advantage Classen for now. Turner, dribble handoff with Thomas, back over to Brown. Brown gets a screen, going to reject it and go inside. Sidestep mid-range shot, no good. Ball batted around and eventually hauled in by Turner. Turner loses it, though. Has to pick it up from a knee, pop it outside for 3. Thought about it, goes to the corner. Going to drive baseline. Here's Turner out the window and good. And so Turner converts the 3-point play. In the carnage, it was Alton Thomas who cleaned up the mess and got hacked. So Thomas will head to the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe.
Getting rewarded for his dirty work there in the post.
5 fouls on Classen as the N1 can't be converted, but every Classen whistle now sends the Highlanders to the charity stripe here in the third quarter. They get across the timeline, thought about a step back, teased it, and instead will reset. Over to Brandon. swings it to the corner. A nice dump off in the post can't be hauled in. Would have been an easy layup, but it could not be caught cleanly. And so MacArthur nurses a 1-point lead, going to trigger it into Brown. Brown sees light pressure, gets off the ball for Thomas. Thomas wants it right back to Brown, gives it to him. Brown goes to Turner. Turner back to Brown. Brown in the paint. Rise up jumper, no good. Tap out rebound goes to Turner. Turner flings it over to Vaughn. Vaughn working now. Going to take it himself to the rack, finger roll, no good. Brown trying to clean up the miss, can't do it. And Classen ends the possession, and now they have transition opportunity here the other way. Brandon knifes his way to the low block, but is stifled there by Brown. Brown shows pressure to the most lethal scorer on the floor, who dances around with him on the perimeter. Pops it outside for a long three. Trey gets the Trey ball to fall. The Trey can cut it triple has saved the day for the Knights on more occasions than one, including that right there to give them a 2-point lead. $1:10 to go as Brown drives inside for the finger roll, up and good. Keon Brown's bucket leads to a Marco timeout, and the Highlanders have it knotted up with 1:09 to go in the third after this.
Get ready. It's time for the Billingsley Annual Gigantic Ford Sell-Off with the best prices of the year on all remaining 2024 models. Zero down, no payments for 90 days, and giant savings up to $10,000 on the 2024 new F-150 Platinum truck that out-tows, out-hauls any other truck in its class. Only at the Billingsley's Gigantic Sell-Off. Save thousands on all remaining new 2024 trucks in stock. Only at Billingsley Ford in Lawton, Duncan, and Altus.
After the MacArthur timeout, the Knights trying to inbound it. They get it in, trying to break the Highlander pressure. MacArthur backs off, just going to shadow him down the floor. Now the pressure comes off the timeline. Trey navigates through the weaves, throws it down low, hacked on the way up. And a trip to the charity strike coming for the Knights to try to break the tie. And so we're back to the Trey Cuttett free throw line. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cuttett. Why haven't you let Trey Cuttett? Where appointments prevent disappointments. First one good. Second foul called issued to Adam Austin. The sophomore forward sees the second team foul against the Highlanders. Perfect trip to the free throw line for Brandon. A 2-point lead for the Knights. Racing down the floor come the Highlanders. The layup through traffic, no good. Second chance point, no good, but a foul called to send Austin to the line.
Austin inked his NLI the other day to go play football for the University of Arkansas next year.
The old Razorbacks. He'll have a trip to Knoxville to look forward to next season. It is the holiday season. I was looking forward to seeing the inflatable Grinch on that far side, but it's not there anymore.
Instead of the Grinch stealing Christmas, someone stole the Grinch.
Uno reverse. He's just a fleeting memory pressed between the pages of my mind. First one, good. Second one, good as well. 52 all. Under 50 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Knights have already broken the tie once in the last minute. They get a step-through move here with a foul call coming, and an easy call there to make as Trey will head to the free throw line. Second foul issued to Amari Turner. First free throw up and no good. Hit the front iron first and then caromed off to the side. The Trey can cut it charity strike. Has seen the game stall a bit at the end of the third frame. Second attempt, good. Splits the difference to give the Knights a 1-point lead. what's been a back-and-forth contest all night. Each side's had one big run in them to extend their lead to around 7 points, but other than that, it's been competitive. Trey thought about a three. Instead, will lose the basketball entirely, and the Highlanders try to save it. It goes to the hands of the Knights, who's going to launch a triple here and can't hit. Brown taps the rebound to himself with 19 to play, launches one down the court. The outlet pass that make Wes Unseld proud presents a finger roll for Turner. MacArthur on the high side by one. Here comes Brandon down the floor at 5 seconds. The Magic Man, who you want the ball in his hands, launches a three, hits it! From NBA range, the prayer was answered, and the Knights head to the fourth quarter up 2 after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere. Offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
Knights inbound the ball to start the fourth quarter. The Magic Man that just hit the long distance prayer, going to throw this one away, but it's going to end up being corralled by the Knights. Gets it inside and an easy layup blown by the big man down low. Rebound put in by MacArthur, trying to tie this game back up or take a lead with the three. It's Coleman directing orders, gets the ball over to Taylor. Taylor goes back to Coleman. Browns is an off-ball screen for Taylor, doesn't do much good. Screen now for Coleman for three, no. Rebound pulled down, goes right back up and gets denied. Knights now on the break, 3-on-2. Thought about a transition three, now we'll take it after the pass fake, short on the shot, and it will go back out to Taylor. Inside, Taylor has it back. Back to the basket, turn. Hit out to Cole, one more to Bailey for three, no. Knights on the miss. Trying to nurse this 2-point lead for the final 7 minutes. Has it taken away by Brown. Brown on the steal. As Taylor has it back. Taylor loses his footing, throws it over to Bailey. Bailey going to go inside, launches a floater, hits it. Bailey immediately grabs the ankle, and never a good sign. He'll have to head to the sidelines. They'll bring back in Brown to join Adam Austin. Coleman and Taylor in there as well with A.J. Vaughn. .56 all. Brandon across the timeline. Hesitation dribble, rise up mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound blocked by the Highlanders. Highlanders still fumbling for the basketball. It eventually finds Brown, who's harassed, and then has it stripped away. Here comes Taylor on the finger roll up and good. Finishes through traffic for the timeout from MacArthur. And the Highlanders have a 2-point lead after this.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network where the Highlanders have a 2-point lead. The Knights will inbound out of the MacArthur timeout. MacArthur playing strong defense. They send help, and Austin hit with a citation as he hacks the Knights center.
Not too happy with the call, but from this angle, would have been a good left hook in a boxing match.
Hard to get away with that. Knights working at the top of the key. They find a sharpshooter who thought about another long triple. Instead, will dance on the perimeter. He'll play catch on the outside with Trey. Trey, step back three. No, back iron too strong. Rebound pulled in by Coleman. Coleman pulls it out, goes to Brown. Brown goes over to Taylor. Coleman wants it right back on that corner three. Won't get it. MacArthur slows things down as Taylor directs traffic. Dancing with the big fella, and the layup is no good, but he did get hacked on the way up, so he'll go to the Trey cut it charity stripe.
Referee. Coach Gagliardi had motioned to his bench and told him to quit talking, and referee came over and said, "No, Coach, I was talking to you. You quit talking."
Hard for a coach to do his job if he can't talk. Free throw up and no good. Best he can do is make this a 3-point lead for the Highlanders.
I guess there's always a charades option, but not too effective.
Not ideal, to say the least. Second attempt good. 3-point lead for the Highlanders as the Knights race into the front court, and they have the ball in the hands of a big fella who throws it away. Coleman on the steal, racing down the floor. He'll pull it out without the numbers. Tries to bully his way inside. Goes to Brown, who passes up a clean look for Coleman for three. No. Left it short. And the Knights will have their turn in transition. They throw it across to Brandon for three, who lines it up. Can't knock it down. Long carom miss. Corralled by MacArthur, and they'll have it to Brown. With no shot clock, they can really start to nurse this lead if they want to. But Brown, downhill, kick outside to Coleman, no good. Long miss called in by Taylor. Taylor thought about the three, goes over to Brown instead. Now Brown will walk it across. Brown now tries to drive on the big fella, does so with the hook shot. Fouled on the way up.
First one's good.
Timeout on the floor. We take it with them. We're back at the historic Great Plains Coliseum here in Lawton, Oklahoma. The timeout disrupts the Trey Cut It charity stripe trip for the Highlanders. .433 to go here in the fourth quarter. Brown launches the free throw, no good, off the front iron. Rebound pulled down by Coleman. Coleman gets hacked, no call. Then does the hacking himself, no call either. And now has a steal off the rebound. Over to Taylor, back to Brown. So Brown has it right in the half-court circle. Goes over to Coleman. Coleman has a big fella isolated. This might be a matchup that MacArthur desires, and it is. They'll try to drive on the big fella, gets pushed into traffic, and the ball is loose, taken away by the Knights. So the Knights have it coming the other way. Spinning around is Trey. Thought about a step back, couldn't have his handle. Now goes to the low block. Shot fake up off the window, no good. Rebound pulled down by Brown, who almost lost it. And there's going to be a foul called on Classen. Their third team foul, 2 more, and it'll be free throws for the Highlanders. Entry pass to Brown off the inbound. Brown faces light pressure in the backcourt. Has to get it across the timeline, does to Taylor. Taylor kicked to Coleman, thought about a 3, now goes to Brown. And over to Taylor it goes. Taylor and Brown play catch, now back to Coleman. Coleman, one more entry pass over on the screen to Taylor. Nothing doing there. Tries to dump off to Austin, kick out for 3. Lines it up, can't knock it down. Rebound pulled down by Brandon. Hit ahead pass on the outlet, disrupted, but still pulled in by the Knights, who can't finish through contact. And they're going to wipe away the shot and call a foul on the floor. Second foul issued to the Highlanders. Brandon will inbound under the basket. Back comes Latrell Bailey. He left the game momentarily with an ankle issue. Timeout on the floor. Been a fun game so far. We'll see how it concludes after this. So out of the timeout, Classen will inbound under their basket down 60-56. Only 3:10 to go in the contest. The final game of the third annual Great Plains Coliseum Invitational. Brandon launches a floater, can't have the prayer answered. Brown has the miss as he pulls it across the timeline, throws it ahead. Into the corner for Coleman, who got the defender in the air. Launches it to the paint. Austin has it ripped away, and now the Knights are in the fast break. Euro stepping in the lane, loses his dribble. Finds a guard to get it to, a safe play there. Inside traffic, and it's deflected, and a travel is called. So another costly turnover for Northwest Classen. Bailey has it, going to launch a long 3 quickly in the possession. Off the back iron, no good. Quick, long 3s, not exactly what you want when nursing a lead. 2:30 to go. Knights thought about a 3, passes it up to Trey. Trey pulls it out, now has an isolation attempt in the top of the key. Tries for the handoff, and it's denied to Brandon. Now he has to launch a floater, no good. Rebound wrestled for, pulled down by Austin. Austin gets it over to Brown. And with 2 minutes to go, the Highlanders seem more content to milk things than before. Bailey going to launch a quick trigger 3, though, and this time he knocks it down. The Trey cut it triple from Latrell Bailey extends the MacArthur lead almost to double figures. This pass batted around, hauled back in by the Knights. Euro stepping through the lane. The offhand layup is good. stops the bleeding momentarily for Classen, who has to string together stops. Only a minute 30 seconds to go. Across the timeline comes Brown. In the air pass to his front court mate, Alcido. Austin, handoff to Alcido. Pulls the ball back out. Thought about getting downhill, instead defers to Coleman. Coleman will see a timeout from MacArthur, and we'll take it with him.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as the Highlanders, out of the timeout, see the ball deflected, almost taken away, but eventually hauled in by Coleman, back outside to Taylor. Taylor, with a minute 10 to go, goes back up top to Coleman. Coleman sees pressure, and he defers to Taylor. Taylor swings it around the Alcido. Alcido pressure at the timeline. He's got to get rid of it, and he does. Knifing through the lane, a clean look at the layup, and it's up and good from A.J. Vaughn. And so now everything's on the side of the Highlanders, and this layup will answer the Vaughn bucket, but simply running out of time is Classen, who calls the timeout. We take it with him. Inbound from MacArthur, made cleanly to Taylor from Coleman. Coleman has it right back. Facing the pressure from the Knights, they got to get it across the timeline and do to Brown safely. A 5-point lead with 35 seconds to go. Avicito goes to the corner, gets it right back, has a man wide open under the basket, doesn't see him, kicks it out for three. Taylor does not want to shoot. They want to drain the clock as much as possible. And Brown and the rest of the Highlanders will play catch as long as they can. Eventually, Classen has to foul, and they do here at 19.8.
Only the third team foul on the night, so still some work to do to put Mac to the stripe.
And that's why playing out the string is a risky proposition unless they have the rule, which I don't think they do in high school, of 2 fouls in the last 2 minutes is automatically at the line. So they'll have to foul twice more and do it quickly with only 19 seconds to go. They're still not in any hurry yet, but now the foul comes, but it did shave off a couple more seconds. And it'll be a side out from MacArthur. 16.7. MacArthur will inbound. The next foul will put MacArthur on the line, and they're going to let MacArthur play catch on the perimeter and really just in the game for all intents and purposes. The foul comes a bit too late. With 10.7 to go, MacArthur takes a trip to the Trey Cut-It charity stripe. Scan the QR code and book your appointment today, because with the appointment you avoid disappointment. Let Trey cut it. I wonder why you haven't already. First free throw up and good. 6-point game, still just 2 possessions, but this can extend it if Brown can go 2 for 2.
Interesting to note, the clock will not stop after a made bucket here for Classen.
And they do go 2 for 2. 10.7 to go. Classen has to race down the floor and see if their prayers can be answered. And instead it's thrown away. Vaughn has it almost poked away, and the scramble actually helps MacArthur, as the foul, because of the deflection, comes at 2 seconds, and this game is over. LPS will walk away 2-1 from this event in day 1. Eisenhower, the lone losers on the night. Lawton High got a dominating win over U.S. Grant. MacArthur now cruising to at least a 7-point win. We'll see about these free throws. The first one goes up and good from Vaughn. So Vaughn makes it an 8-point lead with 2 ticks to go.
We'll set up a Lawton High MacArthur showdown tomorrow night in the semifinals for the 3rd straight year.
Second one no good, but all academic for the last 2 seconds. The 3 launched and not hit. And so MacArthur has a 8-point win over the Knights of Northwest Classen. It's been a fun first day at the 3rd annual Great Plains Invitational. A very fun game to end it, one of the most competitive of the night, as MacArthur will shake hands with Classen to end things.
Yep, so tomorrow it looks like in the early slot, playing for either the consolation or the 7th place game, 3 o'clock will be the OKC Storm versus Eisenhower. Grant and Classen will square off in an Oklahoma City matchup for 4:30. Then at 6 o'clock it'll be Newcastle Memorial on the other side of the winner's bracket. And as we just mentioned, tomorrow's nightcap at 7:30 will be the Highlanders and Wolverines.
We'll have it all for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network starting tomorrow afternoon.